I think Thursday's one of those confused days. Because that's the moon. And this is the sunrise we're coming up with this morning. And yes, that is pretty much what it really does look like. And no, it's not a dark cloud there, that's blue sky, but it looks like it's dark. 60 degrees at midnight last night. Yeah, that was comfortable to try to get to sleep in, because it was still way too warm in the house. And 42 degrees now, not even 6 hours later. So, yay. I keep waiting to see a calf appear in this pen over here, but it hasn't happened yet. Unless it happened overnight. Everybody else is just chilling. Yeah, if I find a calf, I'll bring you back. Otherwise, we'll see what the day brings. I think he's gonna eat me up. Hello? Yeah? Yeah? I think he's gonna eat me. Poor deprived boy. That one over there is chicken. Probably doesn't taste like chicken, though. Probably tastes better. But he is just wanting some lovin's and a little bit of grain. He is just a chicken. And she's not overly sure. I don't know what she's gonna do. You come here and say hi? You wanna come say hi? Come here and say hi. Not gonna say hi to me? Huh? Not gonna say hi to me? But I got her on the butt. Okay. I gotta get my butt moving. They wanna eat. Hey, look, she's helping me. He knows the bucket's empty. So's the one there and the one I'm sitting on. And they have some in there. Oh, bud.
Who is that?
I think this is the one whose mama wasn't milking when he was little and he was getting a bottle. I think that's who this is. Because number 2 comes down here and plays with him once in a while. She does TikTok videos with him every now and again.
He likes to jack himself off.
Right there, look, everybody's eating, everybody's happy. And it's already getting too warm out. I just heard we're supposed to be over 80 degrees again today. Ugh. Oh well. He's gonna eat me next. He's licking on my belly. Always nice to have a few that are like this because it calms the other ones down. And you can do whatever you want with him. As long as he doesn't get too big and get stubborn and bullheaded. Guess what? 40 degrees this morning, and it was 80 degrees a few hours ago. We'll put it that way. But hey, on the news, they said we were going to expect a high in Portland of 78 degrees, 78 point whatever. Yeah, whatever, dude. When he said that on the noon news, it was 79 degrees here. But we don't count here. Been kind of overcast. It's pretty bright right now, but way too frickin' warm for stuff. And I usually do all the gate work on the sawhorses, and God, that'd be nice. But I only got two sawhorses I can get to because the others are buried. And of course that's in the way, but we swung that back over. So at least I had someplace flat to work on this. I don't do well on the floor doing stuff, but you know, it is what it is. It is clamped right there. That is the exact length that I think I need. It's going to be close enough. Debating on what I want to cut it with. I'm going to cut, doesn't matter where I cut, as long as it's between that tube closest to the clamp and that tube on the ground. And I'm thinking about not lining them up, alternating the cuts. The little cutoff wheel just ain't near enough to do that. And, yeah, you know, I've had issues with the other cutoff wheel, but I don't think it's going to do anything on this. This isn't like the gate that I cut 20 years ago and pinched it and took it away with me. Thought about, I've got a gas-powered circular saw with a cutoff that I've cut a lot of shit, but last time I was running it, it didn't want to run right. And it'll really throw the sparks in here. Not that it matters much. It's got a deflector on it, deflect them down to the ground, keep them from going everywhere, but yeah. Oh yeah, I could use the torch or the plasma, but that makes a mess, can't cut through anyway. Even with an abrasive, I'm going to cut down almost all the way through the bottom ones and then get the top piece out of the way and finish cutting. And as long as I don't wiggle around, everything should butt right together because I'm cutting through both at once. So if I'm on a little angle, so be it. They're going to be on the same angle. Straight as can be is going to be better, though. It'll keep the length better. Cutting on an angle, you could lose a little in length, but that's life in the fast lane. Oh yeah. Hey look, number 2's toolbox is back. She passed her last test on electrical yesterday. Her instructor said, her and the other gal in her class, both, he said it was a pleasure having them both in his class. He'd been trying to get number 2 in his class for the last 2 years, but she couldn't get into it until now, you know, to get there, especially with, well, she was supposed to have been done with it last spring. That's still a pet peeve of mine. Oh yeah, and you'll love this. Our illustrious governor. As of tomorrow, everything is shut down until June 28th. Isn't that nice? All these states opening up and doing away with masks, and she's done legislation to require masks forever. You know, I mean, even there's OSHA stuff that she's forced in. Oh, and the other cute thing, since it's all shut down in a state of emergency because of it, that gives her the power to do whatever executive orders she wants to do. This lady got in there illegally because she didn't do her job as Secretary of State in the midst of a scandal. She's on her 3rd term in a 2-term state, and she's been raising funds for another term. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh well, that's enough of my little rant. I'm gonna see what I can do to cut this and hopefully get you some more here in a little bit. Maybe it'll be stuck together, or partly stuck together. We'll all find out. Well, there's the Mighty Whacker with, you know, I don't know, it was a 14-inch abrasive on it. She did her. I just had the 2 laid on each other like they were and just kind of went right down more or less the middle. They're not exactly lined up, no need to be. Aesthetically, it's a little bit narrower spacing between the uprights, but not much. I didn't hit it dead center either. Well, close though. Here's the cutoffs. That one ends a little short there, and this other one runs a little long. That might even make a nice gate. And I found out why. I thought it was kind of funny. I noticed it'd been torched off. Yeah, there was a brace. They were actually panels at one point. So there is 29 foot 1 inch. She's way too long. I don't have anything here that I want to use anyway for stiffener. It should at least get a bridge piece someplace, even if it only went out like 6 inches in the middle and even if it only went from, say, that set of uprights. But see how it comes out there. I may be able to put something into those power poles. They'll put an upright off of there to support it. That'd be the easiest thing. It's going to be close. The bottom will be close to them anyway. And no one making up this half. Dang, that's nice and straight all the way down there. Ooh. I think it's when we had it down there blocking stuff off by the bridge when that fence all got washed out. It's been down there for a few years. Didn't realize it was upside down. So she filled full of water and got frozen, got pregnant. It's only about 5 inches there. I'm going to go ahead and weld that up. Then I'm done with this, other than it's going to get a serious pressure washing tomorrow. Maybe the next day. Hopefully soon. And Becky decided that she is going to throw some paint on it. We don't use much Rust-Oleum, but that's what she went and bought. We usually use Rada for stuff. Either that or OEM like we did on there, or the cheap rattle cans from the hardware store down the road that hold up great. Or the expensive stuff that we tried on the engine, and we'll see how that works when it gets hot. But when it's in, it'll be covered up like it should be. And it's now the right direction that it can't get stuff up inside the tube. I'm sure there'll be bees nests in it eventually, but all they got to do is make 1 or 2 nests, then they got it blocked off. They don't get in it anymore. And I was pleasantly surprised. A lot of these panels weren't made out of very heavy material, but that's all 1/8 wall. I'm good with that. We used to build a lot of stuff out of 1/8 wall. It's only 1.25 inches, but 1.5 inches would be a little better, especially on that long run. I don't know, it might be fine. The wind don't howl through down there too much. That's the worst thing. If the wind gets to blowing, it's just going to get the thing wiggling, and I don't need it to kink. I suppose another option would be, I think I got some cable and some turnbuckles. Put a couple pieces off back here and run a cable the length of it and pull it one way. Doesn't support it the other way though. And I'll take that tape apart tomorrow, see if I can get the spring hooked back up. The tape is still hooked to the spring, but the spring is unhooked inside. So, and I'm a cheap bastard. I like that tape. That was a freebie. I found that one hauling big bales of straw to an outfit. It's laying by the scale house where we unloaded. I figured it laid there for 4 days. I was going to go ahead and pick it up and take it home because it was in the mud anyway. So that's been 10 years ago, I guess. Oh, and my bike's sitting out there. Yeah, I did a little checking before I shoved it outside earlier to get it out of the way. The cable from the solenoid down to the starter has power at the solenoid end, no power at the starter end. It's only like a 2-foot cable. I run my hand all the way down and it's all there. It's all in one piece. So somewhere in the middle, it's fried out. Good thing I got some here, about the right size. So I may just make a new cable for that. Either that or check it. May just need the end re-crimped or soldered. We'll see. Well, there it is. I imagine I'll have to take the skid steer and pick it up for her tomorrow so she can pressure wash it. Either that or I'll end up doing it. Who knows? I figured I better get a few critters in this video, right? Calves out here acting like big kids, bellying up to the water trough. And Becky was going to clean this today. It is pretty nasty. I don't care what you do, you're going to get algae in a trough around here. And that's what it looks like when you throw it on the ground and it dries. But let's see what we can see in here. Oh, look. Number 2 went to Petco and picked up a bunch of feeder goldfish. I told Becky, I said, you may not want to clean that out because, if you're going to keep fishing them, you got to have something in them for them to eat. There's supposed to be 20 of them in there. I counted 18 anyway, and a couple moved, so it's got to be close to that. kind of nice that they're staying fairly close together. But last time we put them in, the tank got cleaned spotless, and then the fish got put in. It's like there's no cover for them, there's no nothing. We had some in here that were 6-8 inches long, but they finally die of old age after a while. And look, a twin. Hi, sweetheart. You don't know where her little brother is. Probably nowhere close. And Rainy's out there looking for the good stuff. I'm going to yell at her in a minute because she better not get dirty because I'm headed to the house. Anyway, if they survive for a week or so, they'll probably survive for a few years, maybe, if they don't get froze in there and die. Or something happens and the trough ends up empty and they die. And they'll probably have it pretty clean. Kind of interesting. There's one in there that's got a bunch of white on it. I didn't notice that when she had them in the bag, but, you know, crammed in a bag, it's kind of hard to see. Sometimes they are like that. Or it's got an issue and they're all going to turn like that and die, but, you know, it is what it is. If they survive, the tank will be clean. We still need to knock a little of this crap out of here, but they do a good job of keeping them clean and keeping bugs out of them. And there's Boomer's baby. Fraidy cat. Fraidy cat. Yeah. Oh, Minnie Moo's baby. He's already got horns showing. Get me a hammer and thump him on the head right there and I'll pound him back in, huh? I think we're supposed to have polled cattle. It's supposed to all been polled bulls we get too. There's Amy's baby. Nice round head. Yeah, that's a long enough video, right? I'm late getting it up. There's Dino wandering around looking for something. I probably should see who he's sniffing at so we got a clue. Oh, there's Minnie standing there too. Her baby hiding over here by me. And Amy, or not Amy, Lena laying down there by the fence behind Rainy. Oh well, I'll get this up so y'all can see it. Hope y'all had a good day and everybody have a good Friday.